G'day, I'm Kirralie Burton, editor of Contact Magazine. Welcome to a special Q&A and training session with PainPod trainer Lauryn Eagle. You've been a successful boxer. How did you first get into boxing?
Well, I first became a professional boxer, I guess, when I quit water ski racing. I started as a water ski racer, travelling around the world with my dad as my mentor, and unfortunately lost him in a boating accident. So I think I turned to boxing as a bit of a coping mechanism to deal with his death, and also I always loved boxing and used it as part of my training for water skiing. So I saw it as a new challenge to have a professional fight, and since then I've had 10 fights and I love it.
How do you prepare for a boxing match?
To prepare for a boxing match, it's quite physically and mentally draining. It takes a good 8 to 12 weeks to prepare properly. I think it's a bit of a process of starting out quite easing into it, reaching a physical, I guess, pinnacle, and then tapering off. Say 10 days out from a fight, I'll taper off and make sure that I have sufficient rest, and I'm, making sure that I don't overexert myself. So it's a bit of a process, but it's a lot of fun, and I normally do quite well.
How important has your preparation and training been in your career achievements?
My physical training and my ability to push myself, I think it transcends into all aspects of life. I think that my dad taught me at a young age to never give up and to always try and achieve to your potential. And I think that because the physical side requires a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, a lot of courage, I think that these traits transcend into everything. So I apply that into my career, into studying, into anything that I apply myself at. So I think it's very important.
As a professional boxer and a world championship water skier, what are your strategies for managing pain?
The strategies I've used to manage pain, they're vast. I like to have Epsom salt baths. There's a new bath called, it's the float bath, and it's filled with 400 kilograms of Epsom salt. So you float, which is quite a weird sensation, but it helps to get rid of all the lactic acid in your body. It's full of magnesium. It can make you feel quite lethargic for a day, but then you come back fresh as a daisy. I use that. I also use ice baths. I transfer between hot and cold. That's very good for recovery and to manage pain and sore muscles. I also, believe it or not, if I have a really hard sparring session, take a few Nurofen or anti-inflammatories to help with the pain. But I think rest is very important too. I think if you rest sufficiently, you're 80% there, because that's when your body recovers the best.
You made it to the final episode of Celebrity Apprentice. What was your greatest challenge during the filming?
My greatest challenge during the filming of Celebrity Apprentice was probably learning how to manage other personalities that are a little bit more dominating than you. Tanya Zayeda was one of them that I had a bit of conflict with, and it was quite obvious, but because I was quite young, I would ask, say, Dicko or Charlotte Dawson for a bit of advice, and they would help me along the way. And it was probably the biggest challenge, but also, on the other hand, it was also my biggest lesson. So I learned how to deal with people who I wouldn't necessarily deal with in normal life, which was a good lesson for me.
You're also a former Miss Teen International. What are your tips for pharmacy assistants to boost their confidence and their image?
I think self-image and self-confidence are two of the probably the major traits that you need to have to fulfill your potential, I think you need to be able to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to believe in you. I think you need to really learn how to, when you get knocked down, everyone gets knocked down, everyone's got their own adversities in life, and it's learning about how to get back up and keep going. And you might get knocked down continuously, but it's all about learning to pick yourself back up like a best mate and keep moving on.
You've got an amazing figure. What's your top health tip for pharmacy assistants?
My top health tip would probably be to take everything in moderation. I think, be realistic. I love chocolate. I eat chocolate, but, I just have everything in moderation. I describe life as friends, food, and family. So I love my food, but I just make sure that the portion sizes are right. And also, if I, do overeat, I just make sure I go for a walk or a run.
You've had a really interesting career. What's been your favourite moment so far?
It's difficult to choose my most favourite moment in my career, but maybe two stand out for me in two different arenas. So the first one would be water skiing and breaking the record from Sydney to Newcastle and back. So that was really amazing and sentimental because it was in honour of my late father. So that would be one of them. And then the other one was just more recently winning the Australian title for boxing in January. So they were my two highlights.
What's one thing about yourself that would surprise people?
Oh, maybe on a Sunday I like to sleep until about 2 or 3 o'clock. Yeah. So people see me as a go, a little bit ADD, always on the go, but rest is very important. So I make sure that, you know, I have one day to sort of recover from all my physical exertion as well.
How important is training your mind as well as your body?
I think it's just as important to train your mind as well as your body. I think they're interlinked. I think you can't have one without the other. I feel you need to really coach your mind to be positive. So I like to read motivational quotes, read autobiographies, watch really great movies. Remember the Titans is a great one. And make sure that you're always in a positive state of mind, so optimistic. And then that shows in your physical performance. So you're able to push yourself that little bit further and drive yourself. So I think they're interlinked and they go hand in hand.
Tell us what our contact readers need to do to enter the PainPod competition.
All that contact readers have to do is head to therealhub.com.au and there's 8 PainPod training modules that they need to complete by Friday the 25th of October, and they're in the chance to win a training session.
What can pharmacy assistants expect on the training day?
My normal motto for training is go hard or go home, but I think I'll alter that a little bit for this one. I think it's more about the pharmacy assistants having fun and doing something that they probably wouldn't normally do, and also learning something to take away with them to apply in a new lifestyle.
If you weren't a successful athlete and model, what do you think that you'd be doing?
What would I be doing? If I wasn't an athlete, gee, I think I'd be a businesswoman. I'm always been intrigued by Richard Branson and successful businessmen who have come from sort of nothing. Richard Branson was dyslexic and he's built an empire. So I'd probably focus my time into trying to create my own business, come up with a multi-million-dollar idea, I don't know. Yeah.
So what's next for Lauryn Eagle? Is there any truth to the lingerie football rumours?
There is no truth to the rumours of lingerie football, so I can put that to rest. I am doing rugby sevens at the moment and rugby league, so I've been playing a little bit of that. Initially I wanted to make it to the Olympics for the rugby sevens team. I have discovered that the girls are incredibly talented, so it's going to be a lot of hard work. So I'm just playing rugby for fun at the moment and seeing where it takes me. I do have another boxing fight to defend my Australian title in August, so I'm just promoting that at the moment. It will hopefully be in the area of Cronulla League Club, but not sure yet, so just training for that and having fun playing a team sport.